In 2023, the number of unknown attacks through networking, which is 2,365, which was a 72% increase in data breaches in 2021, according to the Forbes Advisor 2424. Those of you who can guess what this is about, there you go. It is about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is all about protecting computer networks from threats like malware, ransomware, and distributed denial of service attacks, or DDoS is that what they call. Malware is harmful software that can steal information, lock up your computer for money, destroy data, misuse your computer's resources. Ransomware is a type of malware that demands money to unlock your files, while DDoS attacks flood networks through traffic services. To stay safe, basic security isn't enough. You must advance tools to use constantly watch for and catch threats that get past initial defenses. Good cybersecurity requires multiple layers of protection and strong monitoring. To better understand the importance of cybersecurity protections, we'll be going over the origin of the malware virus and two live stories of victims that have experienced these viruses themselves. The introduction of the malware virus was an interesting introduction, as it had a name for those who play Minecraft. A familiar name with the word codenamed Creeper. And along with Creeper, there was a sidekick, as they called it, called Elk. Now, Creeper Elk was like a tale of the viruses in the beginning of time, late back in the 1970s. Now, imagine you're in that time, and you're one of the few people that was using ARPANET. Now, ARPANET was an early version of the internet at the time. One day, your computer receives information from a strange message that says, "Hi, I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can." This was the first computer virus called Creeper, named by a researcher, Bob Thomas. Creeper spread to other computers on the ARPANET, but didn't do any harm except displaying funny messages. Fast forward to 1982, we get the first personal computer virus, Elk Cloner. It was made by a 15-year-old named Richard Skrenta and spread through floppy disk. Elk Cloner showed a silly poem, 50th time the infected computer was turned on. These early viruses, Creeper and Elk, showed us the need for strong cybersecurity to protect our computers from more harmful viruses in the future. Transitioning to a more recent example, NPR.org reported about a cybersecurity attack that led to harrowing lapses at Ascension hospitals, one of the nation's largest healthcare systems. This attack locked out doctors, nurses from the computers. Marvin Ruckel, a nurse in Wichita, Kansas, almost gave a baby the wrong dose of medicine because he had to use confusing paperwork instead of a computer. With society today, they have to use computers that downloads the different medicines on a list, and they can just get the medicine and give it to the patient. But since they didn't have that, it was a strong source and it was not enough sources, and he almost gave the baby the wrong medicine. The attack almost caused many problems, not just there, but everywhere throughout the country. Lisa Watson, an ICU nurse, nearly gave the wrong medication to a very sick patient because she couldn't scan it as usual. In Michigan, a nurse said a woman died after waiting 4 hours for lab results that never came back. It was a tragic experience because they couldn't protect their information from the viruses. Cloudflare. If you don't know what Cloudflare is, I'm about to tell you. Cloudflare is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, IT management companies of today. They have had a share of viruses that had attacked their systems and their computers themselves, but none of them compare to this one. The worst one came upon them as a DDoS attack, and they've shared the experience as worrying. Since August 25th, 2023, they face huge attacks with over 201 million requests per second. All that's just from 20,000 computers. This is a big deal because the internet usually handles 1 to 3 billion requests per second. At first, these attacks affected 1% of their customers, but they quickly upgraded their defenses to keep everyone safe without interruptions. They've worked with Google and AWS to fix their problems with the HTTP/2 protocol that those attacks exploited. It's really important to use strong DDoS protection if you run a website or API. Cloudflare's experience encourages others to find a way to protect themselves from DDoS attackers as well. This is a big deal because Google and AWS had also had some shares as well. It was a big disaster, but they quickly came upon with it as they all worked together to stop this. Today we looked at the introduction of viruses, the story of hospital incidents, and one of the biggest IT companies having some trouble themselves. There are countless cybersecurity that can help protect your information. Remember that good cybersecurity requires multiple layers of protection and strong monitoring. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next. I cannot reach it.